Hey everyone, today is April 9th and it's a holiday known as the Day of Valor, which commemorates the fall of Bataan when about 68,000 Filipino and American soldiers surrendered to the Japanese and were marched through the Bataan Death March, about 140 kilometers to Cabanatuan in Tarlac. Today we honor the sacrifices and bravery of these soldiers that had to endure such incredibly tragic times. And one of the projects that I put together recently is the virtual tour of a exhibit that's called Allies for Freedom, which is located in Intramuros. So this is a beautiful collection, well, historic and memorable collection of photographs during the World War that are on display in the old American barracks in Intramuros. But I was able to take photos of these areas in 360 and put it together in a virtual tour. So in the link in the description of this video and in my bio, there will be a link to the BAM Bike page for the virtual tour where you can experience and see the photographs from World War II, which were taken by primarily the Army photographers. So please do check it out and take time to reflect on our history. And yeah, thank you for your attention and watching. Alright, so with this virtual tour we bring you right into the heart of Fort Santiago in Intramuros, and it's very simple and intuitive. You've got your cursor, which is your hand, and then you've got this locational device, so you can click, move around, and then hit this first
Welcome
info
to the
button.
Allies for Freedom virtual tour. To navigate, just point and click to go through the exhibit. Click on the signs and photographs to learn more. Make sure your sound is on to hear the narration.
Alright, so yeah, basically that's it. You will see here
Allies for Freedom. Portraits of Filipino and American courage in World War II.
So this is a great exhibit, and here, we'll navigate right through it. You can come in and then all of the signs and photos are able to be clicked on.
April 26, 1945. Digos, Mindanao. Portrait of Amicedo Farola of Dulag, a Philippine scout who operated with a reconnaissance squadron of the 24th Division.
So you can also zoom in, you can read the captions, and there's a lot to discover here. Everything has been narrated, and it's just as simple as clicking around. So in order to show you also to commemorate
April 1942, California, USA. Privates Dorotoo F. Corpus and Cornelius.
There you could see the Remember Bataan sign. And then here, also something very relevant.
April 30, 1945. Camp Olivas, Luzon. Sergeant Jose Calugas, a Philippine scout who heroically defended Bataan during the Japanese invasion after becoming the first Filipino to receive the Congressional Medal of Honor, the United States' highest military decoration.
So there you have it. I invite you to please come and check out this virtual tour. It's just at bambike.com/virtual tours, and you can see the work that I've put in, and then there's also a nice video which will give you a brief history as well. So thank you to all of our backers from the Kickstarter. I really appreciate it. You helped me make this possible. And thank you also to all of the people that made the exhibit in the first place. Coming to you here from the West Philippine Sea, I have another thought I want to share with you. based on the recent news that we've been seeing, where these Chinese vessels have been occupying Philippine territory. It's actually really quite concerning for me and for the country in terms of national security, as well as just really the long-term effect it can have by giving up our rightful territory here in the country. And one of the things that I am bothered by is that these fishing vessels not only serve in a way as a maritime militia, but they also are big commercial fishing vessels. So they are taking massive amounts of our fish stocks, and what's happening is there's a trickle-down effect where the big fish and the habitats and the fisheries are being decimated just off of our shores, and Filipino fishermen aren't able to go out and catch what should rightfully be theirs to make their living and to feed their families. Millions of Filipinos live in coastal areas here and depend on the health of our marine environment and fisheries. So by having these massive commercial fishing vessels there that are not only just parked there but actively fishing as well, it puts a big threat on then our Filipino fishing boats, and it forces smaller local fishermen to go further out to sea. And what has been resulting is that there's less and less fish to catch. Our fisheries are in drastic decline, and it is hitting hard, especially here in the small coastal communities where fishermen are catching tiny fish just to eat, to survive. So there's a big impact, and yet again we face a foreign entity that is putting our domestic territory at threat, and standing up to them is going to be really important for the long-term sustainability of the country, and especially the fisher folk that are the most vulnerable. So with that as well, there's also a new bill which is being presented that would enable commercial fishing vessels to come within municipal waters, and I think that is a terrible idea. So here I'll put some information about this bill so that you can sign a petition to fight against it and let your voices be heard to our local representatives. Because if then commercial fishing vessels are legally allowed to come even closer to shore and fish municipal waters, more and more habitat is going to be destroyed. And if you've seen some of my other videos, which can post a link here, we're having a tough enough time trying to preserve what coral and reef ecosystems we have left. So please do check it out. Pay attention to what's happening in the news, because it does impact us, and the way in which we vote also has a big impact, because our leadership in the country is part of the reason why things are happening as they are. So make sure to register to vote and let your voice be heard. And again, take care, stay curious, be mindful, take care of yourself and somebody else. Bambuhay. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video or wanna see more of the things that I'm gonna produce about sustainability, Philippine history, and whatever else it is I might come up with, please subscribe or follow. Hit the like button. Thank you guys. Take care. Stay safe.